Alright guys, so today I'm going to be telling you everything that you can do to get your stimulus check the fastest way possible, right? Now, this information is coming directly from the government, so rest assured this is as accurate as it comes. Now, just before I start, I want to say a big thank you to my subscribers and viewers for tuning in to the channel once more. Again, guys, I really appreciate all the likes and seeing your comments down below, and I respond to everyone. Now, if you don't know me and this is the first time you're seeing me, my name is Ian, and on this channel, we talk about personal finance and making money. So with that said, if personal finance and money interest you, then do give this video a thumbs up so it can reach other people and help them out as well. And of course, do consider subscribing to this channel so you can see future videos that I post, and I post videos here on YouTube several times a week. So with all that said, let's get into what you need to do or what you can do from right now so as to ensure that you'll be getting your stimulus check or stimulus payment as quickly as possible. So the first thing that you should do is to complete your 2019 tax returns as soon as possible. Now again, this is coming from the government, guys. They are saying that they will be processing those who have done the 2019 tax returns first. So if you haven't done the 2019 tax returns yet and you don't soon, then you won't be the first set of people to get your payment, okay? So go ahead and take care of that right now if you haven't already done so. Now, in my last video, we covered how much of the money you would get and how to calculate it. But that has been updated now, and if you make under $75,000 a year, you will get the full $1,200, no questions asked. So I just wanted to make that clear. Also, they are now using the 2019 tax returns to process the payments first and not 2018 tax returns. So those are two important updates I had from my last video that had been done until now. So moving on to the next. Now, hopefully, if you already filed your tax returns, you placed an account on file to receive your returns and your refunds. And if you haven't done your returns as yet or filed them, then make sure you put an electronic account where you can receive refunds, because that's the second thing you need to do to get this payment quickly. If you don't have an account on file, then the only alternative is for them to mail you a check. And here's the thing. Usually when we mail a letter, it takes 2 to 4 days to get to the destination, right? But the government isn't going to expedite this. It's going to be that old, slow, regular mail. So maybe 7+ days as opposed to a few hours via electronic deposit. So go ahead and make sure you have an account on file that they can send your stimulus payment to. Now, if what I'm saying right here isn't bad enough, let me just point it out. The Trump administration has said that for those who don't have an account on file with the IRS to receive a payment, their stimulus payment will be processed significantly slower, right? So that's coming directly from the government, guys. So like I said, if you want this money faster, make sure you have an account on file that they can send the funds to electronically. Now, if you've already filed your tax returns and you didn't put a bank account on it, then don't worry, all hope isn't lost yet. You have one option, and at this point, if you still want to get this money fast, that is by calling the IRS. So the number is 1-800-829-1040. Now that's the number for the IRS customer service line. Now let me just say this right now. They're going to be overwhelmed with calls in a few days from now, and more so in the next 2 weeks when people start realizing that others are getting their stimulus payments and they aren't because, well, they didn't watch this video and they didn't realize or know that they should have put their bank account on their tax returns. So if you need to make a change or add your account, you want to call them as soon as possible. As soon as you finish watching this video, give the IRS customer service line a call. Now, remember to also like this video, right? Because that's the only way it will be recommended to others so they can see what they need to do, or just share this video. Either way works. Now, if you don't have a 2019 tax return, you didn't file one, you're not planning on filing one for whatever reason, they will then use the one before, which is the 2018 tax return. Now, with that said, if your income in 2018 was much different from the income you received last year, or more importantly, if you made over $75,000 in 2018, but less than that in 2019, and then you didn't file a tax return for 2019, then this may complicate things and it can cause you to miss out on the benefit right now, because when they check, they'll use the old data, which may either disqualify you from the stimulus payment or make the amount that you should receive much less than what it is or what it actually should be. So again, the best thing to do here is to have the most current information out there, and to do so, you must file a 2019 tax return. We still have about 2 weeks to do so, and if you haven't, you can still get it done today electronically and over with. Another thing that they said is that your banking information on your 2018 tax return, if it's different from the information on your 2019 tax returns, then they won't send the money to either account. They will instead process the payment slower and send it in the snail mail that takes a week and some days. So again, if you've changed bank accounts, then simply give the IRS customer service line a call. I mentioned the number before. You guys can also Google the number, right? It's everywhere. So the IRS customer service line, you can call them and then have them update the account so that it gets sent to your current bank account. Now, try to avoid the mail as much as possible for getting your stimulus check. Now, on that same note of same bank accounts, if you have changed your address, and more specifically, your mailing address since 2018, then again, it's going to be a problem once more. If you have both returns for 2018 and 2019, and your address has now changed, that's going to be a big problem. Well, a big problem if you don't have the account on file, because if you don't, then again, they'll have to mail you a check. And if you're not at the address, you won't get it. And then that just overcomplicates the process that could have and should have been so easy. So either get some mail forwarding put in place right now, or again, call the IRS customer service and have them updated on the latest information. Now, another important point to take here is there are going to be some of us who don't qualify for the stimulus payment, and we're going to get it anyway. So for example, let's say you didn't file a 2019 tax return, but in 2019 you made $500,000. You would or should be exempt and you shouldn't receive anything, but now because you didn't file a tax return for 2019 yet, they don't notice, and so they go back to your 2018 tax returns and they see that you made only $70,000, and so they send you the stimulus payment. Now, don't go blowing it just yet, because you will have to pay it back. In this scenario, at the beginning of 2021, when you file your taxes for 2020, it will catch up with you and it will be billed to you then. So if this happens to you, don't think for a minute that you've gotten away with it or you've pulled a fast one on the government and the IRS. That just never happens, okay? Now, for whatever reason, if you are supposed to get the stimulus payment or check and you didn't get it because of some error or error somewhere, all hope isn't lost. You will still get it, but it's going to be delayed by almost a year. So if you don't get it now when everyone else is getting it, then it will be applied as a tax credit to your next tax return, which will be in early 2021. So now, if you don't have all your information correct and you just didn't get the payment, you're potentially going to have to wait almost a year to be able to benefit from this. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd prefer to have it now. So if you would prefer to have it now as well, ensure that all your information is up to date. Although you won't lose out, you can still benefit from it, but just at a much later date. Now, for those of us who receive Social Security benefits and in turn don't file a tax return because we don't work or we don't have an income apart from that, will you be required to file a tax return to be able to get this money? The short answer is no. The government has said that what they will do here is they will use the Social Security Administration database and find you and ensure that the payment gets to you. Now, that's what they said. And I know a lot of people may have doubts to this and really say, hey, can we really trust them to do that? Well, that's what the government has said. And if you receive disability and you don't file tax returns because you aren't required to do so, then don't worry as well. They'll use the Social Security database to find you and send you your payment. That's what they said, guys. Now, another big question that's out there and that I didn't answer in my past video, and I think now is a good time to address it here, is, well, actually a few questions to be exact. Now, one is, will this stimulus check be taxable income? Now, the answer is no. What this stimulus payment is It's really a tax credit, but instead of waiting almost a year for you to have it, the government is giving it to you now, upfront, in cash, in your hand. So no, it's not taxable, and that's why for any reason, if you don't get it now and you are eligible for it, you will receive the credit on your 2021 taxes. Now, the next one is if you have or are expecting children this year. So we all know that kids have to be under 17 for you to get the $500 for them. But what if you have kids on the way and they aren't here yet? Well, in that case, you'll still get the benefit, but you won't get it in cash in your hand right now. You'll again get it as a tax credit in 2021 when you file your 2020 taxes, right? Another interesting question or one is, what if you owe the IRS money or you owe for taxes either last year or the year before? Will you still get the money? Strangely and very strangely, yes. The government says that it's really a desperate time, and so you'll still get the money instead of it just going towards the taxes or back taxes that you already owe. If you owe, you'll still get this money. Really interesting times, guys. Now, the only way you don't get this money is if you owe child support. That's the only debt so far that you will not be able to benefit from this money if you currently have. Another question that I've gotten a lot is about disability and Social Security. Does it count as income? Will I have to file a tax return to be eligible to get the money, or am I ineligible to get the money? So for this one, if you are on Social Security or disability, then yes, you will get the money. However, if you are on supplemental security income, then that's when you become ineligible to get this money. Now, when will you actually get the money? They haven't given a specific time frame, and from previous stimulus packages, we've seen a few months pass before anyone gets the benefits. But here they're saying they're trying to do it as quickly as possible. And a reference has been made to a few weeks. So we'll just have to wait and see. And at least that's the information as of right now. So those are the updates to the stimulus payment and also what you can do to try and get it as quickly as possible. I hope you guys like this video, and if you've watched until the end, give this video a thumbs up. I mean, just smash the like button, and that way more people can see this content and have a clearer understanding as well. Also, do subscribe to this channel so you can see future content on personal finance and making money, which is what I talk about here on this channel. And do comment your thoughts and any questions you have down below, and I will try my best to answer them all as quickly as possible. So with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Keep safe out there, and until next time, take care.